Let us have a scenario in which aircrafts have been hijacked, and I don't know if ships have been hijacked. Really, there've been pirates, of course, on board ships. But is it possible to say hijack a railway train and not have systems on board to report it?
Yes, it is. It's very similar to a vehicle, isn't it? At the end of the day, you can infiltrate just about anything if you have the ideas to do it. You take your time, you're calculated. And there are systems, certainly software system, where you have a very rapid alert system which will pinpoint your location, what exactly is happening on a small device like a BlackBerry, a PDA, or something similar. And that's something that you can give to any level within transit authority to be able to activate, and you could do it extremely cheaply if you wish to take that route.
Now, if say customers like the railways or the airport authorities are considering purchasing, say, your system or other integration systems, can your integration systems, as a matter of being cost effective, can they do other functions other than ensuring the security for example, can they be used to economize the efficiency of the railways or the airports?
Yeah, and there are cost benefits as well. I mean, apart from the fact that you would save your reputation by preventing any type of terrorist attack, crime trend analysis would also go further to thefts from the railways, ticket evasion, and those type of workplace violence issues, violence, thefts and robberies. So it can extend to a very wide parameter in a layered security approach.
One of the major problems that our members or our speakers here felt on day one of the this conference was that in the oil and gas sector, one of the major problems is the pilferage of gas or oil. And because again you have remote installations, remote pipelines passing through a huge, humongous amount of area, how can crime trend analysis help over there?
If you can anticipate where the thefts are happening, the method in which is being used, it's very easy, I would suggest, to alter your plans of delivery, your routes of access, and also where that is housed and kept. And with that information from software application, you can then change your processes.
What sort of models, mathematical models, are we using in the software application that you made? Are they probabilistic models or?
What we do is we will place them on a platform that's suitable for you. And again, this is very important because, of course, people like software written in different scripts, with HTML, JavaScript, etc. So this, again, is an advantage to any user because we sit down at the table from day one and ask their exact requirements. And so that makes people more comfortable in the type of product that we're able to produce.
How safe is the system integration from, say, a hostile takeover by viruses or by malware that an enemy nation or terrorist can launch on this particular system?
It's a very good question, and again, anybody who'd sit here and say it's not to be infiltrated may be stretching the truth. But we have systems in place for the most demanding of customers, and so far we've been fine.
In the cyber department, again yesterday that was being discussed, one of the main problems that arose was you may have a secure net, an intranet, right, which is away from the internet, but if someone is working from the inside, you have a man in the inside and he logs into the intranet, he can render the entire thing on the internet and open to hostile people around the world.
And that's very true, and I think back, now you've mentioned that, to a case where a female in the DHS in New York has just been jailed for doing such a thing internally. With all of those layered security approaches and checks and due diligence, there are occasions when it does happen. What we do say is we provide a shut-off and backup of all services and resilience. So if there is an infiltration, we will identify it, we'll inform the customer, we'll move forward to another secure server, and we will continue operations, and we will then investigate. So it's fair to say that we have thought of all of these issues.
Is it possible to use such systems integration in community policing for large metropolitan cities such as Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta?
Yes, and we've got some very good business models for that. And whilst I couldn't discuss specifics with you for obvious reasons, there are some real integration areas of interest. And we go further, we can also provide multi-agency to confined to government, special services, policing, ambulance service and fire brigade. So for example, if you had an incident at a major railway station which had retailers there, perhaps a bus station next door, the software could also communicate with those areas as well if you saw that to be a fit.
So the software can be used very easily for disaster management applications as well.
Absolutely, and the resilience of any type of business model at all or community-based project.
David, you may be aware that Security Watch India has launched the Secure Delhi initiative at this conference, where we are, it's derived largely from the London and the other model that CSARN is using. So what do you think of this model where we are trying to bring the entire, community together, whether it is police, the defense forces, schools, colleges, housewives, industry and business on one platform and, work out our own security solutions?
I have to say I'm a major advocate of that type of behaviour, and I say that because I've done something similar in New York City and London, and I got people speaking to each other, which enhanced the progress of security between those two cities. That has also grown, and so therefore, with those two very, very formidable areas here, that is of real excitement, and I think it's already shown to be a magnificent success.